a problem with the title because I was thinking, should I put Spain or Castilla-La Mancha? Because the curriculum are different in the different regions of Spain. So normally, when there is a new law, like this one, hopefully we have a new law, and the law was done in 2021. So it has to begin to be implemented this year. So everything is new. So sorry if I say something that is not completely what we're doing. But at the end, the new law is based on the key competence that is defined by the 2018 Council of the European Union. So already contains the recommendation and the Sustainable Development Goals of the 2030 Agenda. And it's going to consist in develop 8 competences: linguistic communication, multilingual, mathematics, science and technology, digital, personal, social and learning to learn, citizenship, entrepreneurship, and cultural awareness. I'm not going to bore you with each one of them, but there are 2 particularly that affect to our topic. Well, the long law is the name of the law, and these 2, mathematics and science and technology, it says involves understanding the world using the scientific method, mathematical thinking and representation, technology and engineering methods to transform the environment in a committed, responsible and sustainable way. So we have to make understand the students that when you change your environment using all those methods, you have to have a commitment with the environment and the sustainability in sense. About the citizenship, of course, being a good citizen, you have to, one of the particular is to have an active commitment with the sustainability. So it's repeated in these 2 competences, and then with that competences, normally the Spanish governments work together with the autonomous regions to develop the curriculums of each region in a sense that they are coherent. So if a child moves from one region to another region, the contents are almost the same, and with the particularities of each region. Also, all of them has to follow the law and has to achieve those competences. This year, in all the schools, we have to include the new competences, and apart from that, that is new this year, we had in the past the regional plan for environmental education that is from 2003, and it was developed on the means of the 21 agenda that came from the summit of Rio de Janeiro. I don't know if you remember that. So we were applying something of on sustainability already, but in our region because of that. I'm going to what we are doing right now, and I'm going to put some example of which content has changed, the activities, the events, and commenting news. That is something that we began to do to the students, so they learn simply by listening to the news and understanding what they say and why the things are happening. First of all, teacher training. Okay, so this has been taken by the Ministry of Ecological Transition. It's a new ministry. I'm not sure a lot, I don't know a lot about politics, but they are taking care of a lot of things. One of the things is training the teachers. So, for example, I searched For the courses that are now in place, for example, this course, Education for the Sustainability in the Homes, and tools to implement it. And this course, for example, begins on the 15th of May. So it's been a process, and they are offering from time to time these courses, so can help us to implement to implement the contents to get the competence. Well, another part is including some new contents on the subjects. For example, in all the families, by the way, I didn't say anything about the school. Our school has secondary
school?
It's a secondary school and also a vocational education center. So we have, apart from the secondary school, we have 3 families: the health family, the administration family, and also the IT family. In all the families of the vocational education, we have a unit similar like this. I got the one that we have in IT, but this unit is very similar in all of them. Safety regulations and environmental protection in the workplace. So we are including the part of protecting the environment in the safety regulations. So the same that you know that you should not get something that is very, very hot, or that you should put your laptop in front of the window. Not only that, we have to take care that what we do in the workplace is not going to affect the environment. So we take that as part of this unit. We give this unit in all the first levels of the different modules, and basically these are the objective of that work unit. Is know the legislative principles of safety and health at work, know the risks in the workplace and how to react to the problems, know the different types of safety signs, know how to recycle electronic components and consumables. That here we talk a lot about recycling, which trash cans they should use, which recycling point they can use, and also to know the ideal environmental condition for the work. So they can be critical citizens to say what I'm doing here is correct or not, including safety, health, and also sustainability. For example, one activity that you can do in this unit could be take picture with your mobile. That they like this a lot. Take picture with your mobile at the school during the recess and on your way home, searching for safety signs, street trash cans, or recycling points. So they do all these pictures, and the next day they put that in a Word document, and we'll comment the findings. And they can comment, in my neighborhood, there is no recycling point. For example, I didn't see this sign that should be there because I don't know there is any problem and they don't put the signs. And also if they can propose any improvement on the signage at the schools. And if we can recycle something more than what we can. Here, kind of we are mixing a little bit between the safe and the recycling points, but I think that there are risks that arise on the work. And I normally do this in two areas. First, I do the activity for the safety signs, and then for the recycling things. But, well, they enjoy that, and yeah, I think that they learn. For example, that on their way home, or which is the closest recycling point near their home, so they know that exists. Another work unit, for example, in the working fundamentals, in the subject IT system, the first level of development, multi-platform application and development of web application. So there are 2 courses there. They do this group exercise. This is kind of make them think how they're going to do things to improve what we have right now. So we asked, if the internet did not exist, how would you design the networks or the networks? How you would do that? They pair in groups of 4 students, present the ideas to the class, and then we discuss all together the ideas. During this discussion this year, for example, I raised some topics with the assessing wiring problems, protection of wild areas, and space junk. Because some of the guys says to avoid the wiring, we should do all with satellite communication. Okay, how many satellites do we need? And that's arises the problem with the space junk, and also the sky. We can't see the sky without the satellites. So they learn that we have to get a balance in this area. Events. Which kind of events you do? I see this in one of the events. I love the sentence. You only take care of what you love. So we have to love our surroundings and to ourselves to take care of it. This is my class. And the activity was 15 minutes before going to recess. We dedicated some time to see a film. And after the film, more or less, we were commenting the film. It's only 15 minutes, so it doesn't take so much. But we did the exercise of switch off all the electronic components that we have, all the lights, the mobile phones. Some of them didn't want it, but yeah, at the end, everybody switched off, and they realized how many things we have on the class that need electricity. There are a lot. So we decided to switch off everything for the recess. And well, I don't think that we say the word with what we saved that year, that day, but the entire school did that. So for sure it would mind. Maybe we had to switch off everything during the recess, but then there are things that take time and also electricity to start again. So, but yeah, all the things, just taking advantage of any event of the school. So we are going to, for example, put Christmas decoration. We only decorated with recycled things. And there is an entire Belém, the Portal of Belém. I don't know if you do that in your countries, but they did. I couldn't find the Virgin Maria. It was a little strange, but well, it was nice. Yeah, taking advantage of the news. Using what is happening around us to take the advantage of explain to them why is this happening under a scientific point of view, and also explain to them why some things could improve if we take a little of care of certain things. We have followed this, I think I was in I don't know if it's there. I think it was in November. It falls 23 liters in 20 minutes. In square meter. So this is a lot. And also because our area, we are not an area that normally rains. So it was a very big flooding. And we explained why this happened. the meteorological phenomenon, why happened that, and also we explain how the climate change affect to that situation, which of course it affects a lot because it's been more and more floodings each year, and also how could we plan construction in gullies. Well, I'm not sure about that word in English, but I searched on the dictionary. Apparently, is where there is a lot of rains in places where normally there is no water. Suddenly it goes very high. And yeah, they know that the water is coming down the gullies. They know that because it happened from time to time along the history, but the people continue building there. It's not illegal. I mean, nobody take care of where the people is constructing, and then also happen. We did a lot of things like what I explained before, but we can say we should evaluate at some point if what we are doing is effective. And I was talking the other day with one of my colleagues saying how we can measure that, and he said, I already measured that. And I said, why? He did an activity that consists in doing a business proposal because he's a teacher of training and career counseling. So he did an activity so the guys could do a business proposal in this level. And he had 5 teams of students, and 3 of the teams, 3 of 5, proposes a business taking care of their sustainability without being told so. So nobody says propose a business related to this. They just says think about a business. And well, it was nice to know that some that we are doing, they are taking care of that. And for example, there is a company who was collecting from houses broken electronic equipment, repairing them, and then sell back. They did a mobile application that for that company. Others was a mobile application where the people could sell or buy online electrical equipment that is not being used. So this is reuse things that you are not using. And I left for the end the last one that is very intelligent. That is a company that take recycling the plastic part of the electrical devices, because there is a way to recycle almost everything, but not for the plastic. Plastic is a big problem right now because we don't know what to do with it. And they propose to use the plastic recycle to build furniture. They even saw a system on how to do that, so they researched the way of doing that to get this plastic recycle and make furniture with that. They have their own application and everything. So this is very good. In the resume, I probably put the presentation of the 3 of them. And yeah, I think that shows us that they are beginning to think about sustainability in their normal work. So that gives me hope. And well, that's all.